Ooh, it's a hot Texas day, and I'm out here in my garage, which is a mess, but I'm gonna be messing with my barrel. So here's my barrel, got it on its side. My buddy Danny told me, get two of these, zip tie them together like I did there, and then you can actually roll it and stuff. I need to kind of get it more centered because it's a little bit off center, but I can roll it, and then I did roll it up so that I'm gonna try to attempt to enter this bunghole. But look at that, man, it is pretty flat against there, so that's gonna be fun to try to get up, but let's see if we can do that. So I'm working on this, trying to get this in there so that I can use this to actually lift it up, except I am pretty filthy now, pretty filthy, but got a little bit more. I need to turn this in just more so I can get it out. All right, so my wife was nice enough to come out and help me film as I'm trying to do this. I got this in here pretty tightly. Oh, it's coming off. Did you stop?
Oh, I was filming.
Oh, so I'm gonna turn this in just a little bit more. And so the theory is we go up and we get to knock this out. So it's gonna take a few hits because look how flat that is in there. So let's see. And round two. All right, we're going into round two. Now I put this in a lot farther, so hopefully that works. So let's see. Oh, that was a lot easier that time. Smells amazing. All right, so we're gonna look in here. And it's hard to see. You can't see anything with this camera, but I'm telling you, it is dry as bone in there. But the cool thing is when I did pop this open, I initially made it all the way through, it did make a hissing sound. So I know it's pretty airtight. So that's always a good thing. All right, it's a little bit later in the day, a little bit cooler, so I can actually do this. I am gonna be steaming this. So I'm gonna steam it in there, take care of anything that's in there. I didn't see anything in there, so, but just as a precaution, we'll be doing that. So I'm gonna be removing the bunghole and using my wife's steamer that she has. And so that's how we're gonna be steaming it. And it's gonna be going right in the bunghole. So this is the steamer, you can see it, how it works. So we're gonna put that in here. We're gonna put it into the bunghole and just start steaming away. Lock that steamer on there and we're gonna steam this whole thing. And we'll get back with you after we're done. So this morning, just out here, I steamed it last night, just taking off some of the outside dirt. Not trying to scrub it and make it clean, just to make it easier to handle without dirt coming off everywhere. When I first started doing this, tons of just dirt came off of it, so trying to do that. All right, back to my barrel project. So it is a willet, right? And I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. The reason is they did a lot of testing on here, but I see like there's a few holes on here. Where were they? There's a few holes on here that don't look like, oh, here we go. Like there and there, they don't look like they were covered back up. So I wanna put some water in here, tilt this on its head here, and make sure it's not leaking before I start adding any liquor. All right. Now, I'm only gonna add about 2.5 gallons of water in this to test it. I'm still debating whether I'm leaving it in there or taking it out. I had some suggestions just to leave it in, keep it nice and tight, help keep the moisture up in there until we get more liquid in it. At 2.5 gallons, it won't affect too much of how high proof this is. So just a thought, we'll figure this out. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? Should I dump the water out before starting some liquor, or should we just keep it in there? So I've added the water in. As you can see, I've put it on its head. I'll leave it here for a little while, see if anything comes out, if it leaks at all. Should be enough water to cover the whole bottom, and if there's a leak, I should see it. So there you go, first part of this project. All right, so I'm back outside. It's been more than 15 minutes, seeing if there's any water leakage, and so far so good. Yeah, it's on my hoses. Wife's not gonna like that, but I don't see any water leakage anywhere. So let's go around just to make sure. Nope, nothing on the other side as well. So far so good. All right, so I'm outside my house. No leaks. Barrel looks good. Clean it off a little bit. Gonna put my first 6 bottles in it. Now I'm gonna kind of stick to a rule except for one bottle. It's gonna be either bourbon or rye, so I'm not gonna do anything else. It can't be finished, so nothing finished. I don't think anything double oaked. I'll decide on that later. However, it has to be 100 proof or more. So kind of that's what I'm gonna stick to. So I'm gonna put my first 6 ones in here. There is that 2.5 gallons of water still in here. So I'll kind of make a petite O to start off with, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna pull that out and start adding more after that, or if I'm just gonna continue from there. So let me show you the first 6 bottles I'm gonna put in here. So here are some of my bottles. The one that I'm saying I'm breaking the rule is E.H. Taylor. And the reason is that's going to be the first bottle that goes in there. It's not 100 proof. However, it's the first bottle that ever got me into whiskeys, right? I'm going to put in an E.H. Taylor bottle and bond. I am going to put in a Larceny C923 at 126.4 proof. I'm going to put in an Elijah Craig C924. 129 proof. And then I have these wild turkeys that I had over for my 2222. This one is, where is it at? 116.8. And then this one's a wild turkey spirit, and this one's at, where's the proof? 101. So keeping up with that. So these are the first ones going into my barrel. So as mentioned, the first one going in here is the Eagle Rare. So let's go ahead and put that in there. All right, next will be the Larceny. And last but not least, E.H. Taylor small batch. I have some barrel proof and stuff like that. I'll probably add into this soon too. Well, so there you have it. My first 6 bottles in there. Let me know what you think. What should I be adding next? So see you guys soon. Hey there, another beautiful day in South Texas. I just finished working out stuff on the yard, so I figured why not do an update on the barrel. Well, going through my stuff, I actually had a lot of Elijah Craigs, a lot of doubles on Elijah Craig, so I figured let's add some of those in there. They have some proof, good flavor. I enjoy Elijah Craig, so we'll do that. And I also have another bottle, so I'll show you those right now. I always like when you first just kind of coming over it and smelling it. Oh, it just smells so good. So can't wait to put some stuff in here. All right, so these are the bottles I'm talking about. A lot of Elijah Craig batch B524, batch A124. But I also had another Jack Daniel single barrel I'm gonna put in there. This one is, let me see, 128.9 proof. So we're gonna start putting these guys in there. First Jack in here today. Sorry, they're working on the yard behind me, but this is batch A124 as well. Next is batch B524. I must have really liked batch B524 because there's 1, 2, 3, I think 4 total of these going in here today. So that's pretty crazy. Must have liked it when I first tried it. Just took a little sip. A little bit hot for the first drink, but actually pretty damn tasty. So I'm glad these are going in here too. I just want to say that batch smelled really good going in. I do have an extra barrel. This might have to pop that open and try it again. That smelled really good. All right, made a little bit of a mess. Can't really see much in there. Oh, look, you can see a little bit of fluid in there. Yep, coming along, coming along.